we're back, and we got a new project for you today. I finally, after forever looking for one on Facebook Marketplace, had a buddy of mine give me a call, and he sold me a Yerf dog. Let's check it out. Alright, it's been a little bit since that last little clip you just saw. I have done a little bit of work to this already. Of course, as you can clearly see, I need to replace the seat. But this is our new project. Clearly it needs new tires all the way around. I have done a little bit of work to it since I've gotten it back to the house. I had to replace this fuel petcock here because it was completely clogged, would not let any fuel go through there. And I have confirmed that the engine does in fact run. However, our biggest hurdle is going to be the fact that I cannot, without a press, get these factory wheels off because they are the kind that goes directly onto the axle there, as you can see. So I purchased this new axle here. It's a 42-inch axle. It's actually a little wider than the factory one. So we're going to take this axle off. We're going to put a new axle on it with a new sprocket, new brakes, and I'm going to put these wheels, well, these tires. I think I'm going to have to change out that tire over there, that wheel, because it is not holding air, and the tires are brand new. There's no leak in the tire. It's the wheels, not right. The wheel's bent. But I've got other wheels over there that I can swap it with, so we're going to be good there. Clearly, my buddy who sold me this had a centrifugal clutch on this thing, and as much as this thing weighs, and the fact that, as you can clearly see, the governor on this engine has been deleted, that clutch is just not going to hold up to the power that this thing's going to, the RPMs this thing's going to be going through, and the weight with a live axle. It's just not going to work out. So I'm going to take and put a torque converter on it. Bought new flywheel for this. I bought a cast aluminum flywheel and some new valve springs for this engine. So we're going to be making this one as safe as it can be with no governor, without taking the internals apart. Seeing if we can get all that fixed up, but let's get started, guys. Well, that was not fun. But I did get the old axle off. So now I'm going to go in with the new one. Hopefully. That'll be easier. We'll see. No, but like I said, I got the old axle out, and so it's not here anymore. But like I said, none of the pieces of this axle, the wheels, the sprocket, the brake drum, none of this was ever going to come apart without some serious force, and it would probably take a hydraulic press to take this thing apart. And most hydraulic presses that I have access to, I would have to cut this axle in half anyway, just to get apart. So it wasn't worth it. So now I'm going in with the new one. So here we go. Got some nice fresh bearings here. I'm gonna get these installed, start putting the new axle in. There is indeed an axle in there now, and I got the sprocket on there. Now I just gotta get the brake set up, tighten everything back down, and then we can start working on installing the torque converter and getting rid of that old centrifugal clutch. Alright, so we got our axle installed. All the things are tight. The lock collars on the inside are locked down. Now we're going to start working on the brakes. Now, this particular model comes with your standard drum brake here, and what we're going to do is install this just like it was when I got it, only, you know, shiny. Alright, so I've got that started now. All I've got to do is put one more collar on, and then I can put the actual band over the drum, and we should be good on the brakes. And then we will move on to the torque converter. So brand new band brake here. Okay, so we had a little bit of a problem. In the last clip, you heard me say, "Huh." Yeah, there's a reason for that. I'm guessing Yerf dogs are supposed to have like a 5 or 6 inch brake drum setup on them, and the one that was on here was a 4 inch, so I went back with a 4 inch. But now that I have fixed it, the issue is that this thing was the one that was on it, and it is completely stretched into I don't even know what, and one side of it, if you can see that, is completely gone of the friction material. So yeah, it was completely destroyed, and I didn't notice that until I had taken it off. So the new brake drum setup that I had bought did not fit. It wouldn't work. So I had to modify the system. It works now. I did it. It looks good. Hopefully it functions correctly and nobody dies. But let's take a look at it, see what y'all think. Okay, so I had to add this piece of metal here. I had to weld it on the back here. Don't judge my welds. I have a cheap flux core welder, but I had to add that on there so that I could actually mount this here without causing problems. Now that should work out just about perfect, I think. And we are all good now. Now we are moving on from the brakes to the torque converter. We're getting steadily closer to having this thing moving under its own power for the first time since I've had it. I'm going to have to rob off of the Rat Rod Wagon go-kart because I don't have another torque converter that I can put on this one yet. So we're going to take this one off and get it moved over to this one and see how much trouble we can get into in the process. Alright, so we got The torque converter bracket bolted up. Everything seems to be good and secure. I just got to get the belt and the drive pulley on, get the chain attached. Alright, so now we're just going to slide this little deal on here. Now when you install these, you need to make sure that these line up. The backs, these two pieces line up real good, because otherwise you're going to keep destroying belts. And on your belt, you will notice that there is a tapered side and a flat side. The tapered side goes out. A lot of the belts, actually, though, if you're paying attention, will actually just tell you this side goes to the engine, but just in case you miss that. So then you get that. And then you take this piece here, get it on there just like that. Problem solved. And then you gotta Alright, we now have a torque converter all set up on this engine. Now all we gotta do is get the sprocket lined up, get the key in it, tighten down, and get new chains in it. And we'll be set to go. And poof, there's a chain on there now. So now all that's left is for me to, I'm going to put a couple lock collars around the sprocket there, just to make double sure it doesn't move while it's running and going places. And then I got to put the hubs on, which are right here, and then we can put the wheels on the back, and then we got to do the seat and the front wheels, and we'll be in business. And now all I've got left to do is put the wheels on, and here they go, and there we go. Due to lack of funds and time, honestly, I am resorting to taking these tires off these old wheels that I originally purchased for the rear wheels on the Red Rocket go-kart. I'm going to take them off and put them on these wheels that go on the new Yerf dog, and bam, and there you go, new tires. Okay, so now it's time to work on the seat, because as you can probably see, the bottom plate on the seat is completely gone. There is nothing left, and so this is the old seat. And here in a second, it'll be all brand new, just like magic. Brand new seat. Movie magic. Got it all just about ready to go for the first test drive. I'm going to actually take it for a test drive before I put the new flywheel and stuff in the engine, but just because I'm pretty anxious to drive this. Alright, so it's been a little while, but I ended up having to replace the throttle linkage with this one, because that other one was not allowing me to get WOT. But now is time for the first official ride in the new Yerf dog. Stay tuned.
There it goes.
Alright, so this thing is fast. It's a little top heavy. I don't know if y'all saw in that corner there, but it tried to lay over on me. That was kind of scary. Let's not do that. But so far this thing is really cool. In the next video we're going to be putting the new flywheel and the valve springs in it, so it gets, I feel, a little bit safer driving around with no governor in it. And I might even try to put some new shocks on it, because These ones are a little bit worn out. But appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next video.